the man, yes, sir, they killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for our legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grind together, we all came from hunger pain.
That's right, y'all. What's up? Go to have a good time. NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Like this video right now, please. All right, help a brother out. Helps in the algorithm. Go on and share it. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, mama, I gotta show you this video. It's dope. Be like, yo, I know it's been a long time, girl, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry, but right now I think you really need to watch this NERDSoul video. And that, you know what I'm saying? That help bridge the gap. You know what I'm saying? But welcome to NERDSoul. We talking about Black Panther 2 rumors, advanced copies. You know what I'm saying? Leaks, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not by myself. I am joined by a comic book mogul, if you will, right over here. Jason Reeves of 133Art. What's up?
What's happening? I'm kicking. I'm in the cut, you know what I'm saying?
They just dropped Changa 2. It's available. It's out in stores now.
It is. It is. I've been printing them all day actually. So, you know, got a new print of them. Also, now this is not a 133Art product, but I just got something new today. Okamus. I don't know if y'all can yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh.
Was that the pre-order that TJ was talking about?
That was. Look at that. Sean Hill and
Ain't TJ in LA?
He is now, I think.
TJ need to TJ, look. All right.
Look at that. Oh, that's the real cover. There you go. Look at the signatures on that. This just came in the mail for me today. So I didn't spend the money yet because I was like, pre-order, it ain't even out. Now it's out. It came out for the last con LurkCon. They were at it. So came out. Also, this is a 133Art product.
Yes,
but
Pac Samson.
You know, go and get this. This is also beautiful. You need to bust into that. You know what I'm saying? Get that. Get that.
But we got a little news from Wakanda world. All right.
Hey, you know what it is.
You know, this MCU Phase 4 has been going off without a hitch. You know, gangbusters. Everybody's been loving everything. It's been nothing but sunshine.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
It's been nothing but sunshine and diamonds.
Sunshine and diamonds. Oh man.
Oh man. Shouts to Geeky Andre. So people have been talking about Black Panther 2 leaks. And when we were talking about Thor, Jason over there said, hey, Shuri's the new Black Panther. We were like, well, we don't know. He was like, they shut down production.
They did.
All right. They shut down production because she got hurt. All right. She got to be the new Black Panther. I was like, well, I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't know, but now we got more news. All right. Well, not news, rumor news, rumorish. All right. But
spoilerish coming up.
Spoilerish. So if you don't want to know about any leaks whatsoever, now is your time. Turn off, leave, don't come back, because the rest of this video, we're talking about Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. So, all right, in the leak, it says the leak by Daniel RPK. You know what I'm saying? Was, you know, we don't know Daniel like that. So I mean, you know, hey, just be aware. Daniel could be telling them fibs, but we're gonna take Daniel at face value. It says the leak goes, Lake Bell plays a scientist who is an original character. She and her team searching for vibranium in the ocean thanks to a device made by Riri Williams. That's the first thing. All right. So you got Lake Bell, Riri Williams already up in there. They looking for vibranium up in the ocean. I don't know why, but they well, I mean, vibranium is like the hotness, so I guess everybody.
I'm about to say everybody wants vibranium.
But I mean, ain't nobody looking for like diamonds in the ocean or like gold. But I mean, well, I mean, no, they do treasure hunts. So I mean, hey, you never know. All right. So
ships, you know,
yeah, true. So Namor is awakened and kills her team. Namor asks Wakanda for help, but they turn him down.
What would he even need their help with? But go on.
I don't know why he would need their help, but I mean, he's in water with all the power of the water. He down there. They need scuba gear. He ain't need no scuba. All right, but all right, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe he got that underwater vibranium.
Yep, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, so T'Challa passes away from sickness. They skirt that fast. Does he have the legacy virus? Like, dang, they're just like T'Challa passes away. They ain't saying nothing else. It's like, hey, he passed away. Don't ask no question. They was like, all right, Namor's in it. Riri Williams, new character, Lake Bell. Oh yeah, by the way, T'Challa dead. And next, so okay, he passed away from sickness. Maybe he caught COVID. I don't know. So maybe they try to
that would be a rough one.
That like maybe they like trying to say T'Challa caught COVID or something, or maybe I don't know. Maybe he was working with something like beating up a bad guy that had viruses or something. I don't know. They're trying to figure out something. So then they say Namor wants to kill Riri, but Wakanda protects her. All right. That means they made a choice. They've made a decision now. All right, against Namor. They done made it. Yes, we see. You're the Flash right now. All right, see, look, y'all better watch out. All right, we might cross over from Marvel to DC. You never know when it's gonna happen. All right,
like we done crossed over.
we don't wait to both universes. So this
you're the Flash.
Yeah,
you revealed your secret identity.
Yeah, you can't show people who you are. You gotta keep it on the low. You gotta hide that because then they're gonna try to beat up your friends and stuff. So, all right, Wakanda protects Riri. And Riri's first suit is made out of cars, but when she gets to Wakanda, she gets one made out of vibranium. All right, so that's an upgrade. All right, well, I mean, it depends on what car it's made out of. Like, say if her suit is made out of all like Mercedes and McLarens and like Ferraris, then it actually ain't that bad. It's kind of a sweet suit.
But I mean, you can shoot through that though. So
that's true.
Might want some vibranium.
Yeah, you want to reinforce that.
Yeah.
All right, so then it jumps to war between Wakanda and Atlantis. Shuri's mom passes away, and parts of Wakanda are flooded. So seems like they're gonna cherry pick some Doom War stuff going on. Seems like they just jumped from she gets a suit out of vibranium and they're at war. Now, I guess there's some arguments between, Namor's like, give me the kid. They like, no, he like, she disrespected my home. And they like, no.
I mean, it sounds like Riri has something Namor wants, or she stole something Namor had and he needs that back. Blah.
Yeah, like, hey, she took this, she came on my turf and she in my authority. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Shuri makes an artificial flower to gain Black Panther powers and gain the ancestral plane.
By flower, I'm assuming that means heart-shaped herb.
The heart-shaped herb.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I think I could go with this if the artificiality creates problems down the road because it's not real. So maybe she has powers, but they blink in and out, or maybe there's some. But for it to just be like, this works just like the original. It'd be like, it's like, I can't believe it's not butter. It's like, no, this ain't. No, I can believe it's not butter because this ain't butter. Like I know butter, and this is not butter. All right, I've tasted butter.
What if it's not artificial? What if it's like a hydroponically grown heart-shaped herb?
Like they take a piece, like one of the pieces of the burnt ones, and put it in some elixir or something.
Right, and kind of reconstructed with proteins, 3D printed, blah, blah, blah. Like maybe it's something super advanced, but I would prefer it be derived from the actual plants more or less.
Something tell me they ain't gonna do that. But I mean,
so can technology contain a spiritual essence? I don't see that part. So I'm kind of like, it has to be organic some kind of way, I feel like.
Yeah, because then it does say,
I'm saying I would want it to, actually.
It does say she does this so she can access the ancestral plane. Then says she expects T'Challa, but meets Killmonger. So they ain't even going to use the face technology. They did it for Tarkin. They did it for Leia. All right, but they can't do it for a brother, huh? All right, well, whatever. All right, all right, cool.
I'll give my thoughts on that after we done. Yeah.
He helps her become the new Black Panther. All in one sentence. Okay. Oh, all right. Seems like something that would take years, but all right. Shuri makes her own Black Panther suit. Now, I mean, that's a slam dunk for her. That's easy. There ain't nothing. She makes suits all day. There ain't nothing. All right. So big war between the two nations. I guess now the war is intensifying. Shuri defeats Namor, but doesn't kill him. So, okay, all right. You know what? All right.
So Shuri got hands.
So Shuri, you know what? Maybe there's a big time jump. And between that time, she ain't been doing nothing but like mad karate. So
the ancestral plane is like a hyperbaric time chamber.
It's like when Goku is training in the 100 gravity, in the 100 times gravity.
Yeah, the hyperbaric time chamber. Yeah,
she in the ancestral plane to us, it's like 10 minutes, but for her, she been training for like 10 years. So then when she come out, she's like straight up like, I don't know, 18th degree black belt or something.
I'm gonna say this though. We don't know that she hasn't been training to be Black Panther secretly the entire time.
True.
So,
but
wasn't Comic Shuri? Wasn't that something that Comic Shuri was? She was prepping for this like the entire life or something.
But in the Black Panther movie, we saw no skills. We saw the technology skills, but we ain't seen no hands. Because if that was the case, Killmonger, she could have gave him a little bit of work, but she ain't give him no work because she ain't had no hands.
Or maybe Killmonger is just.
Black Panther had the purple powers.
Yeah, Black Panther had the purple powers, and Killmonger had the yellow powers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about the Black Panther had purple powers.
Yes, yeah. So Shuri probably gonna have purple powers too. He gonna make sure I talk about that. So all right, cool. All right, but she don't kill him. She beat him, but she like, hey, look, love.
I gotta let you go.
Love wins. So
heroes don't kill.
Heroes don't kill. All right. So M'Baku is the new king of Wakanda, while Shuri is the Black Panther. So M'Baku like, look, y'all, it's my time. Queen Mother's dead. Let me go on. I've come down from the mountains to be the king. So all right. So hey, M'Baku, hey, yo, shouts out for Husky Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Representing. All right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to always have 6 packs. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out for opportunistic brothers. She dead? Step.
She dead?
Over.
So look, how about I be the king? You know what I'm saying? Body positivity is for the brothers too. So all right, so check it. So Nakia tells Shuri that she has a son from T'Challa. And then it says the end. Now, you know what? We still got some post credits that we gonna touch that. We gonna touch that. We are going to touch that. So all right, post credit. They filmed in a post credit with a stand-in Dr. Doom, which is thought to be the one who sent Lake Bell's team. Okay, so Dr. Doom is getting the Thanos treatment on this one. You know what I'm saying? So all right, Now that that's all out, big shout out to Eon 001, Geeky Andre, Big Pain, Metaphysics. Everybody think if I missed your name, it ain't on purpose. Thank y'all for rolling through. All right, so we got through it. You know what I'm saying? Look, Lake Bell comes through. They swimming. Riri with her. The team get killed by Namor. Namor like, give me Riri. Wakanda like, no. Then he like, well, shoot, we gonna have to fight on that. Then Shuri like, oh man, we ain't got no heart-shaped herb no more. I'm gonna have to make me one. And people like, all right, cool, use technology. So she do that. Then she go in the ancestral plane. And then she like, yo, where my brother at? They're like, we don't know. And then Killmonger like, I'm here. And then she learned all the cool fight skills. Then she comes back, and the war is even bigger. And then she beats up Namor. But she, you know what I'm saying, love. You know what I'm saying? Love wins. So then M'Baku's like, I'm going to be the king. Oh, yeah, your mama dead. Mama dead, too. All right?
I got this. I got this.
I got this. Mama dead, too, so she gone. All right? And then, I don't know, I guess Riri helps out during the war. She get a little cameo or something.
She probably, I mean, she's now Shuri where Shuri was in the first movie.
So she's replacing Shuri. So Riri doesn't get to have her own story. Okay, look, you know what?
Well, we don't know. We don't know how she ends up working for the Latvian team of oceanographers and ocean explorers or whatever.
So, as I have said, Phase 4 has been going off without a hitch. All right, crack team of writers. Look, okay, all right. Here's the thing. When people come and be like, well, you ain't made no movie, you ain't better. And after the information that we've had up till now, we've had J.J. Abrams admit that there was no plan for Star Wars. We've had the Russo brothers come out and now say that they really had no plan or didn't know what to do with the Hulk. No, they're not smarter than us. They're not.
Michelle Obama said they're not smarter than us.
I used to be like, man, they got to be smarter than me. Look at all the money they're making. They're not. They're not.
Michelle Obama said she done sat in a room with dignitaries and and people of all different sorts, heads of state. She said they're not smart enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and believe Michelle Obama.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. They get paid because they're buddies and cronies and people born into Hollywood. What I mean by born into Hollywood, not mean like you born into the geographical location of Hollywood, but meaning that your uncle is Steven Spielberg or your daddy is such and such. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wanted to run and jump on Jaden Smith, which is cool, but there's a whole lot of white people that's Hollywood royalty, and they ain't say nothing about them. And guess what? They making the same bad movies y'all complain about every year. So, all right, we got the stories out.
That's not to say there ain't no talented people, because a lot of people are talented, but that's not to say that talented people can't make crappy movies either.
Yes. So now we got everybody up in the chat. I'm a see, you know what I'm saying? Lady Lisa says, how does Queen Mother go from being Queen Mother to just Shuri's mama? Like, they're like, her mama dead. Look, they say that I guess she dies from the war, but bruh, all right.
Or maybe there's some kind of disease ravaging Wakanda.
Yeah, maybe the disease that got T'Challa also got Ma Dukes, and now, she dead too. But all right. Let me throw it over to Jason. Jason, I've been talking. Go ahead. How do you feel about just hearing this outline? If you're in a room, you're like, all right, man, we need ideas, and this the outline you hear.
Oh, I'm gonna go in on the outline. I'm gonna keep the Queen Mother alive because the Queen Mother needs to be the regent.
Thank you.
And Shuri, if Shuri's Black Panther, Queen Mother is the regent, and Shuri is the regent's Black Panther. Done. We done. I wouldn't necessarily pick Shuri for Black Panther. Let me just say that. If I was gonna pick anybody for Black Panther, it would be Nakia, and I would not make her his baby mama. Would not do that. That's whack. That's not cool. That's Superman Returns. We're not doing that. Why
also, stop doing this. Go ahead, Jason. I'm waiting.
I want to hear what you're gonna say about this. I want to hear what you're going.
Black families exist, right? Hollywood. Black families exist. There's tons of black families around where a black man marries a black woman and they have a black child. And none of them are on crack. They're not in and out of jail. They're not shooting people. They're not doing anything illegal. They're just living their lives.
Well, here's my thing.
So you got T'Challa that has purported himself to be all regal and royal and all this
I was about
stuff.
to say that.
He has never been shown.
It doesn't work with the character you built in the last movie.
Thank you. He would have married Nakia.
Wait, but okay, so then the argument's going to be, what if she didn't tell him? Nakia isn't the character that wouldn't tell him either. These are two characters that would have been upfront about that kind of thing with each other.
Thank you.
So
because they're creating a life together. These two characters aren't the type of characters that you want them to be like, bruh, like, yo. So now in this move, you've created another absent black father.
I can see like Sam Wilson, old lady, you know, one of his exes be like, I ain't telling him I'm pregnant because I don't want my child growing up like no coon. You know what I'm saying? I can see that. But
understood.
I can't see Nakia, you know, I don't want my son growing up as a broke ex-war hero. Like learning from this dude. He ain't even got this good sense to get no paycheck from the Avengers. I'm sorry.
It's true. It's true. Okay, the thing I hate about this is because it seems like what we're going to do, instead of recasting T'Challa, which is what we should have done in the first place, now not only are we going to not recast him, but now what we're going to do is just make up some fictional baby that he had. So I guess him and Nakia, they didn't get married. They was just getting, you know, doing their thing. And he got her pregnant. I guess maybe before maybe what they're gonna say is they was laying and playing, and before she knew she was preggo, all right, he died. Then the war hopped off, and then maybe the war goes on because you ain't showing yet. You know what I'm saying? War happened. There's people shooting and stuff. So then the war happened, and then she like, oh snap, you got a little baby bump. What's going on? And then that don't even make sense. I
hope not. It's best not to make it too. It's best not to make it too convoluted if that's where you're going.
Stop doing this to black men.
Well, stop doing it. Stop doing it to superhero narratives all in general. It's just it's a dumb thing when Spider-Man is a deadbeat dad or don't want to be a dad. Like that's not in this character either. If responsibility is his thing, obviously this dude would be a great father. But stop doing it to Superman. Stop doing it. Definitely don't do it to none of the black characters. It's ridiculous. Like
because we already have this whole surrounding narrative that black fathers just we don't exist. Why do you think every year I do the black dads? You know, because have Hollywood tell it, have traditional media tell it. There's like one black family in the whole nation, and the rest is just mama's walking around or daddy's walking around with like a couple kids. Look, man, it's mad black families out there, man. It's like everywhere. All right, there's tons of black families, like just chilling, just kicking it, minding their business. And okay, so let's table that because I already have my conspiracy theory on why they really didn't recast T'Challa. They tried to act like, oh, this is because we love, Chadwick so much. No, it's because you was like, hold up. We never thought that this movie would be this great and be this culturally powerful. And now we have a black man that isn't in the shadow of a white hero. And he's making all this money. His nation ain't nothing wrong with it.
Making all that money.
Making all that money. I'm gonna have to drop dime on that. I don't like that. So his country is not a war-torn country. It's not. They don't need nothing for white people. All this stuff. Everything's good, and he's royalty. They was like, you know what? We showed enough of that. Think about it. Look at when Black Panther came out. Has there been any other solo movie like that came out with a cultural response that one had? I will wait. At least on Marvel, the answer is no. I know you're gonna be like, oh boy, this movie there was like 5 people. No, I'm talking about everybody came out. All right, everybody came out to see the king. All right, now you're gonna kill him off screen or something because you just like he got sick, he died. Like, because you're not recasting him, so you can't really show him. So I guess unless you're going to show him like leaning with his back turned or something, I don't know. Like, you're just going to be like, all right, well, he dead.
Well, why not? So here's I always had a problem with this don't recast BS. Like, yo, and there was, when Chadwick passed, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, some of them done a 180, but a lot of people was on the timelines and on the Twitters and on the IG talking about do not recast because there could never be disrespectful. It's disrespectful to Chadwick. And the whole argument was ridiculous to me because we got like 15 Batmans, we got 102 James Bonds. I mean, this is a character that I personally think that visually, like, we needed. You know what I'm saying? And even though it was a Marvel thing, even though we don't own it per se, the perception is this is a black hero out here doing his thing, not beholden to whatever isms or whatever troubles you want to heap onto our community. So like you just said. So I was like, why not recast this character? It's a bum move not to recast this character. And I think, you know, as much as people say Hollywood don't listen to what fans are talking about or what people are talking about, you know, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think they heard some of that, and this is a company who historically does not know what to do with black characters anyway, right? True. Or a derivative of the company that doesn't do it. So I think they heard that and it was like, we don't want crazy backlash. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, got that too.
Let's kind of chill. Not, is that the only decision? No, it's just a decision that enables the stuff you talking about.
Yeah,
right.
Because they like, we didn't like the fact we really wanted to make this movie and be like, all right, cool, you got your movie, leave us alone. Mm-hmm. And now when it came out, I remember I was on a podcast with two Caucasian persuasions, all right? And I said, if this trailer comes out and it's hot, this movie gonna make $1 billion. And they scoffed at it. They were like, huh. And I was like, okay. And that's probably the same way Marvel felt. Marvel was like, look, let's just make this movie, so they'll leave us alone. You can tell they didn't have no toys ready, they didn't have no comics ready, they didn't have no video games ready, they didn't have nothing ready.
You know the story of or the rumblings behind it is that Marvel wasn't really hands-on, you know. It's almost like you know, when Marvel does a book, and I know it's Marvel proper versus Marvel Studios here, but when Marvel does a book and editorial is not paying attention and that book blows up and they're like, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, because they didn't care, they didn't think it was going to do anything.
They're like, just go and do your own thing.
Right. And I think the same thing happened with BP. I was hearing that Ruth Carter and a couple people that worked on the production were like, Marvel was super hands-off during the whole production, and they didn't give us the budgets we wanted for the things we wanted and stuff like that. And then the movie blows up, and then they're patting themselves on the back. But like,
Marvel was like, yes, of course we made this movie.
And in my opinion, this is why the movie is good, because there's no control from, you know, from Big Brother saying, no, you can't do that. He can't say that. Like, that's why Killmonger got to say what he wanted to say.
Yeah, because when he said that joint in the art gallery, I was like, Marvel, let this one fly. Well, okay.
Doesn't seem like a thing that they would do. But now though, I mean, I'm assuming $2 billion later or something close to that.
Plus
Big
toys,
Brother's like
lunch boxes and shirts and hats.
What y'all putting in here? Right, exactly. And we got, you know, Disney Plus tie-ins. Oh, we can't say that, you know. Make him a baby daddy. Of course we got to do that.
Yeah, baby daddy, that works. That's what you are, right? That'll work.
Everybody likes baby daddies, right?
A fatherless child. This is awesome. This right up your demographics way, isn't it?
Merc the queen mother. get rid of her.
Bruh.
Angela Bassett costs too much. Like,
Angela Bassett costs too much.
Like,
Man.
there's no way. If I'm a producer on this movie, there is zero chance of me getting rid of Angela Bassett just for the gravitas alone.
There's
For
no
the gravitas
way.
alone, she is amazing. I want to see Angela Bassett fight. That's what I want to see in the movie.
There is no way I'm killing Angela Bassett. Then, of course, now I want you to peep game, right? So Namor comes in. There's a war. Shuri beats him, right? Now we've been killing villains left and right, right? All of a sudden, this the villain that don't die. Oh, okay. So Wakanda, Wakanda don't kill their villains. Everybody, all the other villains, you look along. We can start at the first Iron Man. Dead, Mo dead again, dead. Everybody dead. Wakanda's villains up. Nope, got to keep them alive though.
Well,
really? So what you trying to say that Wakanda can't get the job done?
You can't have the blacks killing oppressors and stuff and royalty.
Yeah,
you can't have them
because then
then the blacks might start thinking that they can do that in real life.
Yeah, I mean, golly, maybe blacks realizing that they're not even safe in a grocery store would make them think that. But no, this movie will make them think that. But I know my antennas be hot, so I'm rolling my antennas. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, so then the Namor thing, this, let's be honest. This movie doesn't sound horrible per se, but this movie has mid written all over it. All right? This movie has about a 5 to a 6, maybe 6.5 best written all over this joint.
So here's what I'm gonna say to that. I want my sisters to win.
Yes.
I truly, truly do. I hate that it has to happen without, having Chadwick or without having a replacement for Chadwick. So we could get another BP adventure. I think personally we need a BP trilogy first before we switch out. But circumstances, we here now. So I want my sisters to win.
Yeah.
And like I said in the last show, I want Ryan Coogler to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's
the
thing.
time,
That's why you caught on this. Because honestly, this does not sound like a movie I want to see. It doesn't. You killed Black Panther off screen. You killed the Queen Mother. Black Panther's a baby mama. I don't want to see this dribble.
There's some egregious things that I do not like. But it's kind of like this movie.
If this movie flops, you know how Hollywood is. For instance, J.J. Abrams can ruin a whole franchise by not planning. He'll get a movie next year. Ryan Coogler flops this movie, he'll never work again. It's annoying.
I hope that's not the case anymore.
I mean, you know how it is. You know how it is. They'll always be like, well, that movie flopped. They'll be like, yo, well, what about all these other directors that have flops? Oh, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So
I hope that's not the case. But I want my sisters to win. So I want the movie to be good, and I'm gonna put my dollars on it. But yeah, it is an unfortunate circumstance not to have a BP, and it is no consolation that there's a little BP kid running around out there.
Yeah, that's not a consolation.
I feel like they think that's a consolation. It is not.
And for anyone coming in here, because another thing that they're going to do this so then when people like myself or someone else says, hey man, this movie isn't good, it's going to start gender wars because people are going to say, well, you don't like it because it's a Black woman in charge. You know what I mean? Like, bruh, it ain't got nothing to do. The movie is handled poorly. So that's another thing. If you don't like the movie, because you know how it is, you're going to have the culture wars and the gender wars stacked on top of it. So if you don't like the movie, what's going to happen is you don't want Black women to win. You don't want them to succeed. You don't want them to have nothing. And it's like, we don't want to, like.
And it's just like cracking the 80s. It's always a trap. It's community. And I'm gonna say this: there are gonna be some dudes, some that's gonna be like, man, I don't like it regardless. You know, those
True.
ashy
But
mugs.
what's
at the
going
same
to happen
time,
is those dudes are going to be taken, and they'll be the example for everybody else.
Right. So then, right. So I mean, it's a rough proposition, and I would say it works out for Marvel. Hooray!
Yeah, it works for Marvel.
So-
Marvel going to win. But for the average person being like, yo, man, this movie wasn't really that dope. They did this, they did that. It ain't right. Well, you just don't like it because of Shuri. I'll be like, nah, man. I had no problem. Well, I didn't have a problem with Shuri in the first movie. Oh, well, she wasn't in charge. Well, I don't really have a problem with her now. The only thing is we got this crazy jump in skill and talent level, unless there is a time jump. Unless, like, say this movie is, I don't know, 6 years, 7 years after the first movie, which I don't know if that'll work, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then in all that time, she's been like side by side with T'Challa, learning the skills, all that stuff. Because she's like, yo, I got whooped up by Killmonger. I don't want that to happen again.
But then
like,
they both got blipped, right? And so they didn't have that 5 years.
Yeah, they didn't have that.
And then so whatever. So how long has it been since Endgame? In this particular timeline?
I don't know. Because they really haven't specifically. Someone in the chat let us know. I don't think they specifically said how long it's been since everyone's been brought back. Like, it seems
they've been
like
jumping
maybe
back and forth through time.
Yeah,
so we don't
they've been
know
jumping back and forth, like, you know,
what the
like
present
No
is
Way Home
necessarily.
isn't exactly done at the same time as like Multiverse of Madness or something like that. So we're not really getting so I don't know. I mean, a couple of years, I guess. I mean, it's been long enough for the kids that came back to finish their school year and graduate. All right, so they did that. So that's at least 1 year.
It's at least like 2, I think. I want to say.
So all right, so maybe about 2 years since. All right, and because of course we started with Loki, which was like messing all kinds of time stuff up. So we don't know where Loki is, because Loki. I don't think Loki is at now. Like, well, I mean, when he came out the One Who Remains house, when he came back to I don't think he's at like now, like Thor movie now. I don't think he's at that point in time. I don't think, but maybe, because they don't explicitly outline it. You know what? Marvel need to start doing what Young Justice does on their shows when they show the little time at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Well, then we'd be like, we can pause it and be like,
But you have to know what time you're shooting in the first place.
True.
You have to plan in the first place for that. Also, you know, it's easier to not do that so that you can come back and say, we had a plan and this is actually this timeline. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what they do now. But
so, at least with this, we know for sure there's no T'Challa. It's over. We can, I guess, forget that.
We might as well let that go. I mean, people keep saying about multiverse T'Challa, but I'm like, if they didn't recast main 616 with T'Challa, why would they even do a multiverse T'Challa? Like,
I was wondering if that empty seat in Multiverse of Madness was for T'Challa, but then some said,
I thought it was Stark.
Yeah, like some people said it might have been Stark or Namor or something like that. It could have been anyone else. But and then that leaves the idea of, okay, well, this T'Challa passes away somehow, in this case of sickness. So this man don't even get to get a warrior's death. So you mean Mighty Thor gets a warrior's death, but T'Challa, okay, fine. Well, he doesn't get to pass away valiantly protecting the kingdom and everyone saved. No,
which they could have done.
Brother caught the flu and he's out of here.
You know would have been a bold move if Namor comes and kills him. That would have been a bold move. Warrior's death, funeral for the king, and then Shuri like, not my brother.
So Black Panther becomes a revenge film. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad about that.
Yo, then at least, like I say, it's a bold move.
Yeah, right? At least it's not like, yo, he caught the sniffles and then now he's gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. Like Black Panther, he died from a sickness that Wakanda magic / technology can't fix.
Listen,
but then we get into the same question of the whole thing with stage 4 cancer and being like, but Thor knows Doctor Strange. Cancer can go. Like, we got that, right? Like, we can.
I don't
understand. Fix that.
I don't understand. I understand the human nature aspect to want to say, because cancer is in the real world something that we haven't conquered yet, that to say that in a superhero narrative, but I understand that, but I don't like it at all. I think superheroes are supposed to be the best of us, so they're supposed to conquer these things. They're supposed to give us hope so we can move forward. The kid that's watching these movies can say, I'm gonna grow up and conquer cancer because, you know, Thor did it, or whoever, or Mighty Thor did it.
During the movie, I assume what would happen is that Mighty Thor would have to what would happen is, as she was Thor, it would fight back the cancer, but once she let it down, the cancer would. So the crisis for her would be like, I have to remain Thor to stay alive, or maybe something like that. Right. If you're not going to do the Doctor Strange,
that would have been better than what they had.
That would have been better than what they had.
You know what they could have done for this lighthearted comedy feel-good movie? They had the God Butcher already. Why did they need a cancer storyline?
The God Butcher that did not do any butchering? We didn't even get like a montage of butchering, man. Like,
they basically threw out all of the God Butcher stuff. They threw out all the Jason Aaron meat from Mighty Thor in general. Like, I mean, she was beating up Odin in that piece. Like, all kind of cool stuff was happening that she was doing.
With that
so
said,
they threw all that out. So what I'm saying is, why not throw out the cancer stuff as well and just have this sort of more lighthearted Thor movie? I thought the romantic thing is enough. You know, my ex-girlfriend is now me, you know, kind of thing. I thought that was enough for this, so the tone of this movie, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they add the cancer thing, and then just kind of like, you know, I feel like none of that fit.
You know
that's
what?
one of the things that made it feel like 6 different movies.
I gave that movie a 6. You know what? I'm taking my score down. Thinking about that, there's no butchering of any gods. The one guy that does die, I wouldn't consider that a butcher. That's just like, I mean, he dude got killed.
Okay, it was a cleave. It was a cleave.
Yeah, look, this is going from a 6 down to a 5. This thing is the middle of the road as you can get.
Dang.
It's the jokes are either old or they're too many. And it just So this Now that I think about it, you're not even getting a 6, Taika. Huh?
Dang.
All right. Now you're getting a 5. All right.
Dang, Taika.
Look,
losing points, son.
Killing me, man. You killing me. All right, so
I'm gonna say I'm so torn about reading this. I want to be super infuriated about it. I want to be, you know, hype Jason about it, but at the same time, like I said, I want my people to win though. Man,
yeah, that's the thing.
And there's nothing more I wanted for Black Panther 2 or 3 was for him to beat up on Namor. Like I think that's an awesome thing for him to do. But man, the especially like killing the Queen Mother and the baby daddy stuff, I can see that taking me out of the whole thing.
Like him dying, okay, on some weak sickness stuff, fine, cool. Yeah. But then the baby daddy stuff.
Right.
And then the Queen Mother's dead too.
Right. Unnecessary. You're doing too much right now. You're doing too much. Just you know, let my sisters win, beat up on Namor, you know what I'm saying, and let's go. Also, it doesn't really say anything much about Nakia other than showing up and being like, I got this secret baby. So I don't.
Yeah, Nakia. I guess like, she helps.
Again, Nakia was one of my faves from the first one, so I want to see her fight as well. I want to see her.
But maybe she won't be able to fight because she'll have, you know, like have to worry about being pregnant, or maybe.
Well, she's not. I assume she's not going to be pregnant anymore. I assume this kid is already.
Oh, the baby is born.
Has already been born. Strong. But then I'm hoping they don't like sideline her because she has to raise the kid and it's not cool for her to fight, because that doesn't seem like her nature. Again, that's not the character you wrote. you know.
This-
So I feel like that's just off.
This is
I
a
mean, I
movie.
don't know.
This is a movie that's going to end up being technically awesome. Like it's going to look great. It's going to have like great effects and all that stuff. But it's not going to feel right because T'Challa gets no more adventures. Due to this decision, T'Challa gets no more adventures. We're not recasting him, so there's no more adventures anymore. T'Challa gets nothing else ever. And I'm sure we're not going to do any multiverse stuff. That multiverse stuff was, a little piece. We ain't getting nothing else.
What, like
So-
Star-Lord T'Challa?
Yeah, Star-Lord T'Challa. So we ain't getting
Why would
we ain't
even
getting nothing
want
else.
that? Why would we even want that?
Well, yeah, that's true.
The other Star-Lord ain't good either. So
Yeah,
why would
we
any of that?
really want Black Panther. And it's like
Yeah,
we
that's
ain't
what I
going
want.
Killmonger
Black
ain't
Panther.
there. So we cause even we could have I was
Oh,
even down.
also, so Killmonger is just this magical Negro spirit. Like,
Yeah, he's the the Force
yo,
ghost.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna need Killmonger to be alive. My pick for new Black Panther, if we wasn't recasting, was obviously Killmonger.
Yeah, me too.
redemption
I was
arc.
like, it
Killmonger
works. You
redemption.
have a situation where he was like, let me die. And T'Challa, when he fades, he's like, oh, I'm bleeding out. And he's like, oh. So T'Challa's like, nope, I'm not going, you my
Right.
family, and I'm
You're
not
not
going to
gonna
let
die.
you die. You know what I'm saying? But
The
apparently
first scene could have been like the darkness rise, like this dissipates and eyes open, and it's like T'Challa standing up and Shuri over and the Queen Mother, and they like, we refuse to let you die. Now it's up to you, D'Chaka or whatever his name is, to make this right, And then we get some montages of him walking around Wakanda, seeing, how good it is, and how much they've progressed, how much they've evolved into helping the Black people of the world.
Yep.
And then his heart starts to soften, and then he's like, yo, and then we could have T'Challa get into it with Namor, you know what I'm saying, the death, and he's now super inspired to do the right thing, and da. But I mean, that's just me. I also, if we're not gonna have that, then I'm gonna need Namor to kill him, and then Shuri get mad. I can live with that, if that's the case. But I feel like we need a stronger catalyst for Shuri to step her game up,
Yeah,
Again, Shuri would have not have been my my second pick.
I guess when
I'd
he
have went
floods
Nakia, or or I have two second picks, or the god what is my girl's name? Dang, how am I spacing?
Okoye?
Okoye.
Yeah.
The god. That's my other second pick. Let's
That
go.
Actually, that would make sense. Nakia or Okoye, from the perspective from the first movie, Nakia or Okoye make more sense than Shuri. Shuri just makes sense because the comic book happens. But here's the thing. What Shuri goes through in the comics is not equal to what Shuri goes through in the movies. So you can't just throw that on.
At least not yet, right?
Yeah, at least not yet.
Okoye was basically the Black Panther without the suit in the last movie. She was wilding. He was on top of cars. She was on top of cars. He was flipping cars. She was flipping cars.
True,
and all she had was the Beskar staff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, not the Beskar though.
She was wilding.
Yeah.
I mean, Beskar.
So actually, that makes more sense instead of trying to, I guess, cash in on a possible tie-in energy for Shuri for the general audience, because
I think
people make this argument about the general audience until something happens that they want. So the general audience don't know nothing about no Shuri being Black Panther. So you could have easily had Okoye, because the general audience would have been like, "Oh yeah, she's mad, dope at fighting. It makes sense." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like it makes better narrative sense. I get that you can have the toys and the tie-ins and the cartoons and the for Shuri. You know what I'm saying? And it's cute, which Marvel loves. It's cute. She's a teenage Black Panther. she got hip hop clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man,
it's cute, but I wanted
Not the
Nakia
hip-hop
or
clothes.
Koye. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, more than Nakia, I wanted a Koye.
Yep,
Koye was
like
that was my
that
girl
was-
in the
like
Lord
it-
of Koye.
Yo, when she took the wig and busted somebody in the face to get, come on, man, like
She
yo,
was everything in BP1.
yo, look.
I don't take my call, but I like the more than T'Challa in BP1. Like,
Yo,
real talk.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, because T'Challa spent so much time trying to be like, and I get it. I get it. This is a movie that y'all trying. I get it. This is our first movie. So whenever we get The Rock, we got to try to share for everybody. But the problem is that everyone else's movie, it was all about them.
Who wrote that rule though? Who wrote that rule? One, this ain't our first movie. I'm not letting you do that.
No,
but
you know what I mean. I mean, like our first movie in Marvel. This is our first.
Let's say this is our first
really.
Marvel movie.
Yeah, first Marvel movie. You know what I mean is this is our first Marvel movie. Now we got to share with everybody, which I get. Because
who wrote that rule? We ain't got to share. Do Thor share with us?
Thank you.
I ain't seen no brother from Thor.
Yeah, Thor don't be. I'm like, that's. But you know what? We letting it go. We letting it go. We letting it go. We going to heal. So we know what the movie might be. We know what the movie might be.
Mm-hmm. This is just a leak. This could be totally wrong. Now, I will say, for me, it sounds plausible, these decisions coming from this particular place, right? Coming from this particular production sounds very plausible. Now, do I hope it's wrong? Yes. Please don't kill the Queen Mother. Please don't do that.
Yes. Please don't kill her. Like, don't kill
you know
her.
You know what else I would have loved? I was thinking about this after we had spoke earlier, and I was like, man, what if they tricked us and they did recast T'Challa? And what if we go into the movie and he's there? Now he's not there at the beginning, but he comes in. What if they flip it? I would give them so much props.
Bruh, look. All right, my word right now. If they sneaky and recasted a T'Challa, and we get more T'Challa stories, not to discount or dissuade or disenfranchise any other characters in the movie, but the bottom line is this movie isn't called Shuri. This movie isn't called Okoye. This movie is called Black Panther. The Black Panther that we assume that we're talking about is T'Challa. I know they're going to say it's a mantle, but when someone says Captain America, who do you think of? All right,
Sam Wilson.
Come on, man. We all think of Steve Rogers. If you say Superman, yes, you got Jonathan, but we're really thinking of Clark. All right, you know what I'm saying? You're thinking of Clark. That's why I like the fact that this is a Black hero that isn't derived from any other hero. I'll just leave that. Because you look at other Black heroes and they always got to be in the shadow of someone else.
Listen, shout out to Geeky Andre. Shout out to Geeky Andre in the chat. He said, "Don't forget that first Blade movie. Never forget, baby."
Oh no,
never,
we ain't forgetting that. It's just that MCU trying to act like it ain't part of the MCU. So you know what I'm saying? That's his own thing. Because bottom line is,
that's an Amen Ra production.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Blade and Blade 2 got more official scenes in it than some of this Phase 4 stuff. Oh, remember that final scene with boy the Dracula's son or whatever?
No Mac, baby. No Mac.
Man, bro, look, shout out to Richmond, Virginia. I was in Commonwealth 20 when that joint came out. Look, Commonwealth 20, it was still might be the hot theater, but I don't know. But anyway, when he fought, Nomak was just killing vampires.
When he came off the rope on Blade,
Nomak was an actual god butcher. If you just say vampires are gods, Nomak was killing vampires from
Nomak had that gore energy for real, right? Right before gore. You said you just dropped a jewel real quick. I didn't even think about it like that.
That's what we really needed. Shouts to Del Toro. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what we really needed. That was a true. If you
Nomak was terrifying.
Yeah,
Nomak had hands for days. Nomak will
Bruh.
take you down with just these.
Bruh.
Man, Blade broke Nomak and Nomak went.
He said, look.
And hit him with the bam.
Bruh. He was taking Blade to town, son. And then look, direct sunlight won't killing him like that. Like it was hurt. But like he could stand it for a couple seconds. Because when he put the blade and he put the reflection in his face, he could kind of stand it for a second. So it's like, look, better fight scenes. Like, look,
Nomak was biting faces
is,
off and hold necks away and all, man. Nomak was wild.
From two movies from 98 and like 01 or something like that, whenever Blade 2 was, more official scenes than Phase 4 joints out now. Now I know what you're gonna say, bruh, they can do rated R. These people can, it ain't fair. You can still be official.
Why they can't do? Why they can't do?
Now
they get to say what they do, they choosing. They choosing. It's not that they can't. Daredevil is rated R. Yep. That's a Marvel production.
Yep. So now conversely,
like 3 seasons
I will
of rated
say
R.
Nobody had, due to the buildup of over 10 years, nobody has the moment of Endgame when Steve is literally by himself, walking towards the armies like, you know what? If it's got to be this is what it got to be. And then all of a sudden you hear the radio and you like, so, okay. So I'll give them that because you built up 10 years and you heard that radio. Yo, homie cocked a shield. I don't even know how you do it. He was like, and he was like, all right.
I hope that's not the best.
This how I gotta die. This how I gotta die.
I hope that's not the best it's ever gonna get. I talk a lot of stuff about Marvel. I give them what they deserve, but at the same time, X and Stephen Harris, we saw that joint together. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "You talk so much stuff, but you scream like a little girl." When that boy said Avengers Assemble.
When he said Avengers Assemble, I was done. My spirit left.
I don't even like the Avengers. I'm not an Avengers comic book reading dude. But listen, MCU now, Cap, that's my dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
MCU Cap is
phase 1 through 3 was I give it props.
I'm down with New Avengers on up to Civil War. The New Avengers, it's a ragtag type of team. You got some cool people in it. They go through some fun adventure kind of comic booky stuff. It's not deep, but you do get some cool fights. Like you get a moment where Elektra tries to stab Luke Cage, and Luke Cage's like, you know, they ain't gonna work, and she's like, still gotta try. Like you got those moments where it's like, okay, respect, but it ain't Avengers Assemble from
all I'm gonna say is when he lifted that hammer, you know, I was like, Cap, you know, like but that's what I'm saying though. So that's 10 years of them telling us you about to get the moments. You're gonna get the moments. Stingers, every movie.
Yep.
Man, look, remember, it's about to happen for you. And they delivered. True. So it's very jarring for phase 4 to be like, whatever.
Yeah. But you know, we have some good stuff. Like we will be talking about Ms. Marvel soonish. I know Clement is going to be on board.
That's my joint. We might actually, me and Clement might actually agree on that one. That was a good joint.
They should have set off season 4 with Ms. Marvel, but I know they ain't have production timelines. I get it. I know, but I'm like, they should have set it off.
They had a plan, right? Why didn't they do
it? They have a plan. But guys, all right. So this is Wakanda Forever. I'm
theoretically,
possibly. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's plausible. And I'm saying here again, like I said on another show, it is Shuri. If you don't believe it's Shuri, you ain't paying attention.
Now, if they mark my words, if they sneaky and on the low CIA level G14 classified recasted a T'Challa and he's in the movie, I will personally come up here and say that Kevin Feige is the GOAT of producers forever. All right, he is the
I
GOAT.
ain't gonna give him GOAT status necessarily, but I will give him his respect. And he had my respect. Don't get me wrong. They did a decade and they delivered. So for the Infinity Saga alone, he get my respect. But
if they able to keep a T'Challa silent for what?
I'm saying
3 years?
I'm saying.
Man, look.
Man, if
it's some of the people that we've
Jaleel White walk out there and be like, I am here to stop Namor, I'm gonna be like, what?
Yo, if Shuri's like, look, I've done all I can do. I can't do anymore. And he's like, girl, I got your back. And then it flashes, and he's like, oh shit.
On your left.
Like, hold on, sis, I got you. And he's like, oh, man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm telling you, I'm done. And I'm gonna be like, Kevin Feige, first, you one of the sneakiest in the game. I don't know how you did this, because they be leaking everything, but you did this.
If John Boyega walk out there and be like, we do that here, I'm gonna be like, yo!
That's John Boyega. You know what? On the real though.
Time to get these parties started.
Honestly, oh God, John Boyega, that would be funny. No diss to John Boyega. Oh, but that would be hilarious.
Listen, John Boyega is my man. I still love John Boyega.
They did him wrong in Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
That's not his fault, though.
That's not his fault.
He went to work every day.
Yeah, he did his thing. So we'll see. But if they did recast them and they got anyone in there, like any of the many people that everyone has thrown out there, or like I've thrown out, my top pick after seeing Queen Sono was I cannot pronounce his name, so I ain't even gonna try it. But there's a show called Queen Sono on Netflix. The male love interest of Queen, you know what I'm saying? Her love interest, that dude shot to the top of my list after seeing that show. Then of course we got like other brothers out there, but I mean he's on the. But if they casted any of those people,
throw my man from Snowfall in there. Throw my man. Everybody Hates Chris in there. You know what I'm saying? I at this point I don't care. I just want some more Black Panther.
Yeah. Or as a post credit, you see them like, look, we can bring him back. We can, you know what I'm saying, with Bast or something, and then you see him rise. You know what I'm saying?
Bast's supposed to be in the movie, right? She's supposed to be in the movie.
Well, Bast actually should have showed up in Moon Knight, but I ain't gonna say nothing. People had a perfect opportunity for a tie-in. You got African gods in Africa, but somehow we only see white people. But the Europeanification of Egypt. So I mean, whatever.
What is Moon Knight? Man, I think about how much the Moon Knight director talked about cultural relevance to Egypt and how he pumped it up like he was about to do the most Egyptian thing you ever saw in your life. And I felt like the Black Adam trailer felt more Egyptian to me than that entire series. And then I watched Ms. Marvel, and I see how culturally beefed up that narrative is, and I was like, yo. I look at Moon Knight and I just be like,
I'll be like, Moon Knight, you bugging. You
wag, dog.
But
Oh, somebody, Geeky Andre, man, we hear Geeky Andre.
Oh, Bass wasn't Thor.
He said John David Washington. Ooh, that'd be nice.
I wouldn't be mad at that. Nah, I wouldn't be mad at that.
No,
yeah, he cool too, so I wouldn't be mad.
Bass was in Thor? Where was
she? Was probably in the City of the Gods, and they just ain't giving no lines. You know what I'm saying? Like
that don't count.
You know.
That don't count.
They gonna throw us a crumb. But with that said, guys,
how is a crumb if she on the screen for 1 second? There ain't no damn crumb.
That's like a piece of a crumb. It's like
an Easter egg. You gotta go look for that. You gotta wait for the DVD to come out. You gotta go stream
pause and slow mo.
You gotta go look for that. What?
You know, trying to hit it. Also,
you got a $2 billion franchise, and she the god of the $2 billion franchise. She should be on screen like Bast.
Yeah, and you ain't about to tell me that Bast is afraid of gore, because you ain't about to tell me that. All right. You ain't about to tell me that.
Bass need to be out there stunting like RuPaul in God City. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying.
Real talk.
But with that said, I'm gonna throw it over to Jason. Tell them where they can find you, man.
133art.com is the hub. The website is new. Go check it out.
Yeah.
And even more than go check it out, buy some comic books, man. Like, buy some comics. We got some good stuff. Chang and Jade Obelisk, One Nation. We got several books, man. Go buy those things. Also, on social media, right? On social media, we are at 133art, at 133art Publishing as well, for the newer social media sites. We on TikTok now. We be doing TikTok videos. We don't dance, but we do TikTok videos of just our publishing life, you know, whatever.
Nice. This what's up. Make sure to follow that.
Yeah, so that's us. Look out for a new Kickstarter soon-ish. Beautiful's Barbecue, working on that. And that's one of our newest IPs. And you know, buy Pac Sampson because our publisher is imploding a tad bit right now. So we could use the royalty money.
Look, buy that Pac Sampson, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go get Pac Sampson.
I've read it.
Look, if you got a black grandma and you love her, go buy Pac Sampson because it's about a family of black superheroes, and the matriarch is the black grandma, man. She the strongest person in the universe. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? She got them hands. You know what I'm saying?
She got them hands.
Got them hands. Oh, also, you're gonna be at San Diego, right? You're gonna be at San Diego?
I am gonna be at San Diego. I have a panel called Freaking Awesome. 2 p.m. on Friday. Where
I'm only gonna be on there on Saturday.
Man, you always ducking out on me on Fridays with your fancy job. Your fancy day job. All right, here's the info. Friday, July 22nd, 2 p.m. The panel is called Freaking Fantastic in the Helen Price Reading Room at the San Diego Central Library. So it's off-site, sort of, and there'll be a signing. I think the signing is on site from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. So come holler at us. We'll sign your copy of Pac Sampson. Rashad and I will be there, and we'll be talking comics, man. Like the panel is about following your dreams, getting into comics, and a little bit about publishing as well. So, you know, all the guys on that panel, not just us. We have the guys from Saturday AM, my homeboy Jay Oden, a very popular book from Saturday AM. He writes and draws Hammer. There's another guy with a book called Apple Black that's supposed to be blowing up. I ain't too familiar with the book or with the dude, but I hear it is blowing up. It's a manga, and so there'll be a ton of dudes on the panel. Some black, a lot of them black, maybe all of them black. I'm not sure, but it's about doing the comic biz, man, as a person of our particular stature. So come holler at us.
That's what's up. And I'll be there on Saturday.
I'll be walking around on Saturday, touching elbows with, you and a couple of other homies.
Yes. I will be from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. I will be in room 23 ABC. I'm not on the panel, but I'll be covering the panel. So if you want to see your boy, I'll be there.
You moderating?
No, I'm not moderating. That's a funny snafu that we'll talk about.
Chop it up with your boy later.
We'll chop it up. Ooh, the stories I want to tell. But I will be there. I will be there. And that's pretty much my only duty. Besides that, I heard that there's Street Fighter 6 will be at San Diego Comic-Con. So I will have to play it at least a little bit if there isn't an incredible line in front of it. And that's pretty much it. So I will be there somewhere. Y'all will see me. In the place to be. So if you're in San Diego next Saturday, holla at your boy. Holla at Jason. Go see that panel.
Look for us.
Look. Yo, show him some love. Get that book. Get that book signed.
Just find the homies and let's dap off. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
You know what I'm saying?
Wakanda forever. You know?
Like Wakanda Forever is going to be it's, you know, I mean, hey, look, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So maybe it's going to be like a super incredible, like, we'll see. We'll see.
Listen, it could be like, again, it's Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, it is Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
He don't miss like that.
So
just, I hope this is a lot. So, of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Hit that like button. Please help your brother. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know the algorithm be hating. They be like, oh man, there's been articles written about how Black creators don't be getting the same shine and same algorithm shares and placements and recommendations as their white counterparts. You know what I'm saying? This is your chance to fight the power. All right?
Fight it.
You know
Fight
what
the
I'm saying?
man.
Fight the powers that be. All right.
Or else we're gonna have to go to one of them payola farms that I heard about earlier this week.
Oh
man.
yeah, we're gonna have to pay for
streaming
views and
farms.
stuff. I'm gonna have to be like French Montana, paying for views and stuff.
Right.
You want me to do
with
that?
the bots and all that? You know,
you want me to end up like French? Do you want me to end up like that? Well, I mean, I guess he got money and stuff, or at least we assume he has money. We don't never really know how much money they really have because stuff be fake. So, so we don't really. I guess he got a lot of money, possibly. But I mean, we ain't. It's not like we seen a bank statement, right? So, but of course, holla at y'all tomorrow. We got. Actually, I don't know what we got tomorrow. We'll probably. I know I'm going to talk about Evil tomorrow. Probably at 2. We got Beats Vibes Life because we got some dope hip hop all week that's been dropping. You know what I'm saying? People got new joints, been holding it down. And maybe Miss Marvel on Monday. Yeah, maybe. So we're gonna leave with y'all with some Black comics, some dope beats. Love all y'all. From us to you. You coming up? He got to close the show.
Yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing.
You know how he do. Come on over. I know. We can't. They can't see you though. You gotta come down. You got all right. Here. That say how y'all doing. Say I love all y'all.
Bye.
All right, we love all y'all. Peace. Oh, you gonna do the hand? You sure? All right, you gonna do it? No. All right, this for real this time. Let's go. Yeah.
Finish him off! If you can't do it, then maybe you should let someone who can, like me!
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for our legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dream came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from hunger pain.
You got to know that if you keep dwelling in the past, you will remain in the past. Can I get a fucking yeah?
Good day, gentlemen. This is a pre-recorded briefing made prior to your departure, in which for security reasons of the highest importance has been known on board during the mission. Now that you are in Jupiter's space and the entire crew is revived, it can be told. 18 months ago, first evidence of intelligent life off the Earth was discovered. It was buried 40 feet below the lunar surface, near the crater Patron. Except for a single, very powerful radio emission aimed at Jupiter, the 4-million-year-old black monolith has remained completely inert. Its origin and purpose still a total mystery.
You're listening to my daddy, All Gorilla MC.